right here in Delta State? Let's start on that.
Yeah, right now the Ministry of Trade and Investments has so many branches as it stands now. Part of it is the operation, data, and of course we have a Delta State Micro Credit Scheme and other areas where we collaborate together to make sure that we galvanize investors and make Delta States investor friendly to business people.
All right, that's actually very precise. Now let's look at investment opportunities in Delta State. What's your take on it? Do you think we have 80% or it's 50%? What's the offer?
It depends on the angle you are looking at it, but generally we have so many investment opportunities in Delta State, ranging from oil and gas, housing, and industry. Of course, market is also not ruled out because today in this government of Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, we are able to modernize our marketplaces. It's not longer where you just go and buy and sell. Other services like consultancy, and it's also being conducted in those marketplaces. It's all over the place, and we're also making sure that the traders are relaxed. They won't begin to envy those that are in the offices, because even the marketplace look more like office place. You can fix your AC, you can fix television, as long as you are comfortable and you won't feel that, oh, why am I not working in the office? Those are the things we are trying to encourage and making people feel relaxed in wherever they are conducting their businesses.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about business. What is your position about the Okeye Ultra Modern Concrete Floating Market Project? How viable is it?
Well, the floating market, if you are there, you will know too that it's a great work, because it's just the platform is on top of high sea.
Wow.
You know, where we are going to have people from Odo State, people from Ogun, of course. Yeah, it's located in Ohe, in Warren North local government. Okay. You know, so this is not it. This is some of the modern market we have in Delta State. Right. But Ohe is going to, we have a platform on top of the high sea. You know, so what we are going to construct on top of those platforms is just like this: open market, lock-up stores, and we have provision for bank session. We have a provision for police posts. All those are on top of the platform. So all facilities you need, even a generator set, we also have a position for it. So you have all the facilities on top of the platform. So
the location is strategic.
The location is strategic because it's just on top of the high sea.
What area is that? Where
is in Warren North local government.
Okay.
Yeah.
How soon are we going to say this? It sounds magical.
Because we want to be there.
Yes, definitely. We are there. Was it December or November? If not early December, it should be late November. Okay. We are going to visit there again, but I feel that the 70% of the job is already done, because the major job there is the platform. You know, to place the platform to be on top of the sea. Then the remaining works, as at the last time we were there, they were trying to raise the shops, the open shops and the lock-up stores. That is what they are doing. That is just a minor work compared to what has already been done. So that is why I said that it's going to be a very perfect market. In across the Africa, I don't think there's any way we're going to have that kind of a beautiful market.
What's the distance proximity? For instance, I live here in Asaba and I want to go to Oye Market.
No, if you describe it from here, you may not understand it, because the last time we went there, we took a flying boat from Saple, and it took us about 1 hour 45 minutes from Saple. Then if you go to Kuku, from Kuku to we take you roughly 1 hour. You know, so those are the only two places you can go to that place.
So that means you get to Saple first.
You get to Saple or Koko first.
Okay.
The other people too that will come from Ondo, Ogun, will also come from the high sea and like that. Those people will not get to Koko or Saple.
A concrete floating market.
Yeah.
This changes the entire game, sir.
I'm telling you.
Let us just take us into it. The kind of advantages that this have in terms of money making. Let's get that one.
If you've been to this OA, it's a different world, because that is the place where you see people sitting on top of water and they don't use the water because it's salty water.
Okay.
The sand, they don't make use of it because it's mud. So most of these things come from Saple. The sand they use, the water they use come from that because it's salt water. I can't use it to mix cement. So some of these things come from other places, but also the people living there, most of them, their house is also hanging. You understand? When I interacted with some of them, I find out that it's not new to them. They are used to it because they grew up there and they feel that it's normal. You know, but if you're a stranger, you look as a misery. How can people be living on top of water? They don't drink the water, they don't use the water to do anything. You know, that is the kind of thing you see there. But I know it's going to attract so many other cultures. Yes. Like when you are talking of, because nearby state, yes, on those states, you know, those people will now come through their own and trade there and go back. Of course, Saple, Warri, other part of Kuku, Warri North will also come there to trade. What you find there mostly is fish.
Wow.
You know.
So fish survive in that
fish,
water?
No. Of course, it survive in the high sea.
Okay.
You understand? So those people that are in the Ondo, some of them bring in and also buy and go back. Okay. But some of us in Delta states come here to buy fish. It's a one peculiar kind of fish, not normal catfish, tilapia we used to see in all this our area. You know, so it has a scale, very long and big. You know, so that is the one I saw, and I believe there may be other species that.
It's going to be wonderful.
Yeah, so the market is going to be wonderful, and by the time we finish that market, the world will know that.
You said November, December, we should look out for that time, didn't you?
Yes, most likely before the end of last quarter of this year.
All right.
Okay.
Now we'll definitely remind the commissioner so that we'll do a visit there.
Yes, we will.
You know, and look at what I mean. I really want to feel the fact that it's on water.
No, it's
market on water.
It's
a miracle. Jesus walked on water. This is a market.
When you are even on top of the platform, you won't feel it because already it's chain round. So there is no way that one will say, okay, you mistakenly fall inside water.
Oh, you'll be floating.
Yeah, you'll be floating. No.
Well, now let's look at, Asaba now. We do know that before now it's been all about the mechanic village. But now, how true is it that the mechanic village is now converted into international markets? What's the position of that village anyways?
It depends on the language you are going to use.
Okay.
Mechanic village, when we say mechanic village, it's not just go there to repair your car and go. There is market for spare parts. Everything that concerns machine, engine, they are going to have it there. And that is, if you go inside there, you will see shops. Those shops, because it's a private driven.
What's happening here? We'll come back to that. What's really happening here on the picture?
Which one? This?
Yeah, this picture.
This is one of the modern market. I think this Kwale modern market in Dokwa West. This in Agbo, where recently we commissioned a market in Agbo.
Okay.
That is the clip. Then we have one again in Ogara Network West. We have in Isiokolo and Ethiopia East. These ones are mentioned, like we are preparing to commission this Kwale modern market, Ogara modern market, and that of Isiokolo Modern Market. These three are ready for commissioning. So we're already making preparation
for it to be commissioned.
And the moment it commissioned, we hand over to the local government for managing it. So
okay, back to the mechanic village.
Yeah. So the mechanic village, when you call it international market, I think the person is to see businesses going there. They have session of technical session where car can drive in and maintain, have its maintenance and go. But the other businesses of, oh, I want to buy engine, I want to buy parts, I want to buy this. It's not a market where we are going to say, oh, I want to buy wares.
Okay.
You understand?
Is it like an automobile market?
Something of that nature. Okay. Because everything there is all about machine.
Okay.
You understand? That is where you can't go there that I want to buy clothes. I want to buy food stuff. Apart from those that restaurant and all that. So if you call it international market, I think you're also right.
Okay.
Yeah, but the name has not changed from
the mechanic village,
because that is what from beginning, that is what is known for.
Okay. Now let's talk about the trade and investment and how it affects the Delta State economy and the budget. Can you tell us how it does really affect the Delta's economy and budget?
Like I said before, the notion is about creating job opportunities. You know, that is where I mentioned job creation. I mentioned data. Data we interface often because data anytime we are traveling, like one of the video clip I saw here was when we traveled to Atlanta. The Atlanta trip was just to see how we can woo investors. And also there was a time governor led a team. I was part of it. Yes, this is one of the business interaction. This is when we went for China. That is governor that led the team to China. So the purpose of that trip was we went there to market Kuala Industrial Park.
Okay.
You understand? Just to let them know that yes, we have these opportunities, and of course we want you people to come and invest. Unfortunately, after that trip, because we came back November, by January we start perceiving COVID. And of course at that point we couldn't travel over there to that, can't come over this way. So we all trapped. So that delayed the process up to now. Late last year we start looking inside. Okay, since these people cannot come the way we expected or the way they promised, let's also look at indigenous investors that are capable to go into the Kuala Industrial Park and do what we also expected to do. That does not mean that those that are still interested, when we are a bit relieved of this COVID, some of them started making contact, and there are still so many things we expect from them. So I believe that we are going to see, before the end of first quarter, we are going to start seeing sign in that park. Just like what we have in agro-industrial park in Wash. That has taken off. I think it's been managed by job creation. You know, work is going there seriously, and I know that before the end of this tenure, we are going to commission that park also. You know, recently is this transformer tower and the galvanizing center. You know, that is one in Africa that is going to attract more businesses and add to our IGR in Delta State. So it's a big one. Why we do some of these things, people might say, oh, that in Delta State industries are not working, is because we are not going to industry of manufacture tomato, manufacture corn. No, we are going to big time industries where over the years we are going to see the benefits of it. So it's not immediate one that if you know what industrial park is, you know that it takes years
to put it together.
So it's not just a 1 year, 2 years program. But in this case, why we are beating chest is that we are going to take it in phases, so that before the exit of Senator Dr. Ifeanyi as a governor, that first phase has to be completed, so that it will be a kind of a blueprint for for this government. So that is what we are just trying to do. But I'm very sure that that of agro-industrial park will be in full force before the end of the government.
It's actually very encouraging that you were looking at foreign investment. Now, what would you say about the ratio of foreign direct investment on the budget of Delta State?
Yes, that is where I said because if you look at Ministry of Trade and Investment, if you look at our budget, you might say that, oh, you have 2 billion naira for 2021 budget. But you also look at that of data. You look at that of job creation. Job creation, has, of course, has created a lot of job opportunity to our teeming youth.
Youths, yes.
You understand? So they also have their job. You won't also rule out Ministry of Youth Development. They're also doing another part of training. Women Affairs is here. So if you bring gaps, if you take statistics of all the budgets in these various ministries, you know that Delta State have a very high budget in terms of creating job opportunities. But in terms of foreign investments, I think for now we are not also too eager traveling outside because of the COVID. Because if you travel to one investor, you also expect that the investor will reciprocate by either coming to see what you are telling him about or to tie up your discussion. Okay. So those are the things that is delaying our movement in and out of Delta State for now. Okay. But more we are doing is that let's do with what we have by getting strong indigenous investors to come and join us to create job opportunity in Delta State.
Okay, just quickly, what is the principle behind the groundbreaking ceremony for the manufacturing of towers in Delta State? What is the impact on the state?
The impact is just the same like what we've been saying. It's all job creation. You know, because in Africa as a whole, you know, in groundbreaking that day, the TCM was there, the BDEC was there. You know, these are two known bodies that usually most times they travel to test some of these their facilities. But now if we have it here in Delta State, you won't be looking at, oh, we are going to China, we are going to US to test some of these things. We have it with us. So you see that they come from Abuja to come and test. You see somebody in Ghana will come to Delta State to come and test. So that is what we intend to do. Proximity of these facilities is with us.
Okay. Now, is the proposed international markets for Asaba and Amo still in course?
Yes. The Asaba own, of course, the Obogonogo market, I think that's the one you are talking about. Yeah, I think we are having a little hiccup with the traders because the first phase is already completed, but that first phase is also linked with part of the existing one. So those ones have to be demolished, and that is where we are having issues with the traders. Okay. So I think we are still discussing. By the time we are done with them, we are going to demolish and make sure that the second phase is completed. Then that of Agbo is, I think they have started. The little issue we have about land has also been settled. So the investor is going to come back to site as soon as possible. We are having in touch with him, and he agreed that he's going to come out and start from where he stopped last year. Because at the time we were having issue of communal agitation of who owns the land, who is using it, who is going to benefit. But all of them have been settled because they're also part of it. Okay. You know, so that is the good thing of it. So what is left is now for investors to come back to site. So we are very hopeful.
So when will it be available for use actually?
Yes, everything we are doing, we are very hopeful that before the exit of Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa as a governor, most of them will be completed. The one that will not be completed will be completed as soon as,
including that of Ozoro Market.
Ozoro Market is I strongly believe that before the end of this year it will be completed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything is before the end of Yes.
No, not everything. No, not everything, but there are some. Like I didn't say the. I didn't say yes. I didn't say that the Kuala Industrial Park will be completed this year. I said before the end of the Kowat government that the first phase will be completed.
But for the concrete floating market.
Yeah, that's before the end of the year. We are looking at.
Okay, just as you're rounding off, we want to feel your pause on the trade and investment preparedness in the face of COVID-19 new spike.
Yeah, it's affecting us. The COVID is affecting us seriously because all our plan, all our dream of getting foreign investors is not working out the way we planned it. So that is where it's affecting us. But a mix of that, we're also learning the hard way by virtual meetings and e-commerce. Everything is changed. So I was with some group yesterday that they said from Onitsha they want to go into e-commerce. I think it's a good way. That is the only way we can move. But you have to also build confidence on data and other people are going to deal with, because it's wrong. Somebody asks for camera, you are bringing camera, either you bring small one or you bring fake one, because that is the problem we have. So we should build that confidence, and that is the only way we can help ourselves and help our business.
Yes, it's a delight to have you here, and you're always the viewer's delight. We want to have you again and again. Thank you so much for bringing us up to speed on trade and investment opportunities in Delta State. It's 2021, the year has just started, and we'd like to have you again to bring us more updates.